Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back on the channel. Yes, we are. We got Prison Break. Season 1 was peak television. What you think?
Season 1 was good.
Yeah, you went back and started rewatching it too. I said you went back and rewatched. What season did you end up getting on?
How many seasons is it? 3?
No, more.
2.
I think it's like 4 or 5.
Huh? Was it? Let me see what season I left off on. Cause I feel like after a while, I kind of was like,
It get repetitive.
Yeah, I was kind of
after season 2, it get repetitive.
I feel like I was a little over it. Let me see. Let's see what season I left. I left off on season 3, episode 1.
It's 5.
Oh yeah, season 3.
Season 3 is when they in the other country, ain't it?
I haven't started season 3.
I'm saying season 3 is when they in the other country. He gets rearrested in, like, what is it, South America or something? Or Central America, one of them countries down
I
there.
thought that was season 2. When they was like on the run and...
They was on the run, but I'm saying season 3, he goes back to another prison.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched season 3. I'm going to have to start back on it. Just so I can finish it.
Yeah. He's in the other prison with the...
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Wasn't that like in... Regardless of the fact, I'm on season 3. I'm going to have to finish it.
Because season 2, they was on a run. And then he gets arrested.
Yeah, I remember.
Or one time he ended up faking his death. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I watched Prison Break.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 5 seasons. I guess you haven't watched all 5 seasons.
Yeah, obviously.
But it started getting repetitive. And I just said, bump it. Hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
liking it with a thumbs up.
But peep this, though. The title of the show is called Prison Break. How much could you do with a title named Prison Break? Eventually, it was going to have to end.
So recently I was rewatching season 1 of Prison Break, and all I can say is absolute cinema. Like, when you talk about the greatest first season of a TV show, this is most definitely up there. But what really stood out to me was how cursed this man Lincoln Burrows was. And I know you can look at it from another angle, like, oh,
he successfully breaks out of a max security prison in season 1. Sounds pretty lucky to me.
Brother, this man was framed for murder by the Vice President of the United States. They had this man in 360p committing a murder he never did. Mind you, this show took place in 2005. What editing software was even capable of doing this? Actually, I was wrong. He was framed for murder in 2001, and they didn't say life in prison. They gave this man the death penalty by way of an electric chair. And the funniest part about that is Illinois doesn't even have the death penalty anymore, though he barely missed the cut. But obviously, he doesn't get electrocuted because of his brother, Michael Schofield. I'm not sure if there's a stronger sibling bond than what these two shared. Imagine for a second your brother is accused of murdering someone. Obviously, you'd be like, damn, but that's my brother. If he says he didn't do it, I believe him. But then you're presented with the footage of this man committing the murder in 4K.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K.
Even the strongest of bonds would start to break. Not these two. Michael visits Lincoln in prison. Lincoln tells him, I didn't do it. Michael's like, yeah, I want to believe you, but... Lincoln's like, that's fake news. Michael's like, say swear. Lincoln's like, swear. They framed me. And it was at this moment Michael decided to lock in, and not in the way of fighting for him in the legal system. No. He comes up with an elaborate plan to break him out of prison and leave the country. And it all starts with him getting a shit ton of tattoos. And in the first scene of the show, we see Michael finishing up a tattoo on his arm. And this man's pain tolerance must have been legendary, because the tattoo artist says it only took a few months of work to do what would usually take years. And when you factor in this man also got his entire torso done, his body must have felt like some sizzling fajitas. And you know he was getting these tattoos for strictly business, because he just puts his dress shirt right over his freshly done tattoos, no arm wrap needed, and walks out. Then we see Michael's apartment, and this is our first indicator that the man's got a little money to his name. Got a nice little view of downtown Chicago, so you can see the man is clearly doing well financially, not the type of guy to rob a bank. Then in the very next scene, he tries to rob a bank.
vault. Open it.
If you can even call it that. No scary bank robber mask, no team to pull the bank robbery off with, and most importantly, no plan, just a tan suit and 2 guns. Then he goes to court for, trying to rob a bank, and basically tells the judge, please arrest me. And the judge is like, probation. And Michael's like, no, arrest me, bitch. So at that point, the judge is like, oh, you want to test me? Bet. Level 1, max security, bitch. And Michael starts tweaking out like he's Kira because his master plan is coming into fruition. But as cool and as calculated Michael is, this is level 1, max security. And in the first day there, he sees somebody get stabbed, wipes the cocky grin clean off his face. And maybe this would have really shooken up Michael if he didn't befriend the most loyal dude in the whole prison, Sucre. Now he might suffer from crippling anxiety and an insane sweating disorder, but when shit was getting real in Fox River, Sucre was always there for Michael. And in the first episode, he basically gets him acclimated with the prison. But what I really want to talk about from this episode was how Michael called the craziest ISO on Dr. Sarah Tancredi. So first, he fakes that he's a diabetic so he can get weekly meetings with her. Then he gets her to admit she's the daughter of the governor, which he already knows, but it helps drive the conversation into why she would choose to work as a doctor in a max level prison, just so he can hit her with her senior yearbook quote.
Solution, not the problem.
Be the change you want to see in the world. What?
Nothing, that was just my senior quote.
I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it.
Player shit.
That was you? This whole time I was thinking it was Gandhi.
He's cooking.
Man, I love Walter White, but he don't got motion like this. He was out here sexually harassing his son's high school teacher the second he got a little motion.
You ain't got to that yet.
These two people are not the same. And not only was Michael risen up Dr. Tancredi, he was making moves on the Warden. Like, I'm convinced the Warden was more in love with Michael than Sarah herself with all the special treatment he was getting in season 1. But seriously, out of everything that Michael planned out in Fox River, the Warden giving him special treatment just so he could build the Taj Mahal for his wife is one of the luckier things to happen to him. But to be fair to him, he did have to be competent enough to actually build the thing. But I promise you, if you tally up all the lucky and unlucky things that happened to Michael in Fox River, you will see, even with all the prep time and even having the blueprints for the prison, the odds were not in his favor. One most noticeably being this man right here, Theodore Bagwell, or Teabag for short. Every time this man appears on screen, I just play the Uncle Ruckus theme in my head. Why? I don't even know, because this man is 30 times more evil than Uncle Ruckus could dream of. Any crime or horrible act that you could think of, Teabag already checked it off the list. He rapes people, he murders several inmates, is an outspoken racist, and is a pedo. And Michael has to deal with this man on a consistent basis.
It's gonna be nasty for a first timer like you, but we'll protect you. I'll protect you. All you gotta do is take this pocket right here, and your life be all peaches and cream. I walk, you walk with me. Keep you real close so no one up in here can hurt you. Looks to me you already got a girlfriend. I got a whole nother pocket over here.
Out of all the inmates in the prison that were a threat to Michael, I would say Teabag was the biggest threat. And not only did Michael have to deal with Teabag in prison, he had to work with him on a daily basis. That's like a teacher assigning you to do a group project that's worth your entire grade with a person you don't fuck with. But in this case, this isn't a group project. They are breaking out a max security prison, and this isn't a grade at stake, it's your livelihood. And instead of you not liking your partner, you despise their very existence. But what if I told you the hardest part about being a character in this show wasn't being in Fox River? I know that sounds crazy because they literally had a race war and a riot over the AC not working 5 episodes in.
Rugheads got you scared, do they?
Sorry?
A few days on the inside, any God-fearing white man realizes the correctional system's got a serious lead toward that African-American persuasion. We got one thing they don't. Surprise. Surprise.
Girl.
those keys with us.
When you call a piece of white trash who couldn't pass the cops exam and now makes less than a mailman, a CO.
I read your psych records about how your daddy raped his mongoloid sister, and then 9 months later, little Teddy pops out.
Teabag scarred this one prison guard so bad in the riot, the guard decided he'd rather take his chances being in another show about living in a post-apocalyptic zombie-riddled world. But like I said, if you lived in the outside world in season 1 and were somehow connected to Lincoln Burrows, my brother in Christ, good luck, because you had to deal with these two demons. Anytime these dudes showed up on screen, you know somebody's life was about to be A, threatened, or B, taken. And at least if you lived in Fox River, there were times you could guarantee your safety, like when you were locked in your cell at night. But when you're in the outside world and you got these two demons coming after you, you were cooked. And you want to know why I refer to them as demons? It's because in the first episode, they assassinate a priest, and not even like a corrupt priest. Like he was a little corrupt, but like, you know, everybody got to make their money somehow. But yeah, they just assassinate him in his own home. But that's nothing compared to when they pulled up on LJ at his house. Side note, LJ was casually walking around the house with his dogs out. I don't care what y'all say in the comments. Walking around the house with no socks is a crime. But seriously, I want to put into perspective how crazy the situation this is for LJ. He is 15 years old and has a gun getting pulled out on him by a Secret Service hitman. Then his stepmom walks in and he creates a diversion so they can get out the house, only for his stepmom to just hide behind the counter and try to call 911. Ma'am, there is a man in a suit and tie and a silencer attached to his pistol. Get out the house. And I get it, people do stupid things when they're scared, but damn, she took like maybe 20 steps from where the Secret Service agent was. Leave the house. LJ had his dogs all the way out and didn't even second guess leaving the house. Like, I don't even know why I'm focusing on this specific scene, but it just pisses me off. But hey, maybe his stepmom knew something we didn't, because even with LJ escaping the house, he comes face to face with the scariest man in season 1, Paul Kellerman.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon. He was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
Let me tell you something about this man, Paul Kellerman. Unlike his partner, he has no regard for human life. Throughout season 1, they make it clear that hell, he's not really feeling this job anymore. Offing innocent people every day can be a little taxing on the soul. But Kellerman, he'll off his own co-worker.
He named me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Hale did turn into a rat, and you could tell Kellerman didn't want to do it, but once he saw that he wasn't just trying to rat out the company, but him as well, he was like, nah, you're done. I'm not letting that slide. So him shooting LJ here means nothing to him, but luckily LJ's stepdad steps up to the plate and hits him with a bat. Get it? He's his stepdad and he steps up to the mound like a baseball player. Okay, but seriously, that was heroic, but again, like LJ's stepmom, where are the survival skills? A man in a suit flashes a gun at your stepson and you're aiming for his back. Like, bro, why are you not Aaron Judge booming this man to the noggin? Somebody in the comments, please explain to me, is this like a step-parent thing? Like, because they aren't your biological parents, they don't have those instincts when their child is in danger? Because there's just no way. And because of this sorry decision-making, LJ's stepdad gets popped.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my fucking god!
But then LJ says, I got one more in me, and runs back to the house, which is literally insane. Like, I'm convinced there's only two options for how he's still alive. A, Hale is letting this man live.
Hi, how are you?
Because he's a nice guy, even though he just offed LJ's stepmom. Or B, these dudes got their sound settings all the way messed up. This is a normal suburban house, and he's running back and forth around it like he's playing cops and robbers. There are two Secret Service agents, one outside and the other most likely inside, and LJ's out here free roaming and inspecting bodies like he's playing a telltale game. But eventually he runs away barefooted. I'm sorry, I understand I'm dragging the hell out of it. His step-parents literally just got killed, but you were in and out of that house a couple times. If you really wanted to, you could have thrown on some Crocs real quick. Now you're running in the back streets with your toes out. If a cop sees you, he might arrest you just off that. But all jokes aside, this man Kellerman is actually so evil, because he calls LJ and tries to convince him to come back.
What do you want from me? Cooperation.
Tells him he's gonna frame him for the murder of his step-parents.
Prints on the murder weapon and all.
I didn't touch the murder weapon.
Of course you didn't. I know that, and you know that. I just don't think you're gonna have much luck convincing ballistics of that.
Who the hell are you people?
Unless he cooperates. Like, what does cooperating even look like in this situation? Yeah, Lincoln's cursed energy has got to be passed down through generations, because his son has the Secret Service trying to kill him, and a double murder charge at the age of 15. If he keeps this up, he might get the electric chair before his dad. But it's at this point in the show where LJ links up with Veronica and Nick. And you know how I mentioned earlier that it's worse being in the outside world than prison if you're connected to Lincoln Burrows? Well, that applies to even high school girlfriends. Like, I don't know what type of emotion these two got with the ladies, but every woman they interact with tries to help them. Veronica Donovan was a married real estate lawyer, but she cared so much about Michael and Lincoln that not only did she become Michael's lawyer for his bank robbery, she puts her life on the line to prove Lincoln's innocence. Like, the entire season, she is in imminent danger. Her apartment gets blown up. RP to this doorman, because he got straight engulfed in flames. And of course the culprits, Paul Kellerman and Daniel Hale, another innocent casualty at the hands of these two demons. Then she gets kidnapped by an agent, somehow breaks free, and with the help of LJ, leaves him in a well. And I want you to take a guess who shows up to catch yet another body.
You already know.
Right.
If you said Kellerman and Hale, you would be correct. Then she almost gets backdoored by Nick, the person she worked with all season to uncover the truth, and she still comes out on top in season 1. Now back to the actual inmates in this season. You would think to break out of a prison, you would need some team of prisoners with team chemistry on 100 for it to work. Nope. Plan started with Michael and Lincoln just breaking out by themselves, but then Sucre wanted in, which is fair. Because that's this literal roommate. Like, I don't know how you're gonna escape without him knowing, but you know, that's doable. But slowly but surely, word starts getting around, and what started out as a two-man team turns into what the FBI referred to as the Fox River 8. So Michael had to account for 6 other inmates that didn't like each other, and on top of that, Bellick, the prison guard, was constantly snooping around. But there's nothing my goat can't handle, and I think the episode that really made me realize this man was on another level was episode 5. And you know an episode's gonna be peak when they're starting it out with transitions like this.
Here I come.
But you also know someone's about to get blackmailed with these two pull up, and they get the warden to transfer Michael out of Fox River. So who does Michael go to for help? DB Cooper. I'm not sure who came up with the idea to add DB fucking Cooper to this show, but he cooked, and he helps him get a motion to have his transfer delayed. So Michael's like, okay, I didn't get all these tattoos for nothing. I gotta do a walkthrough. So he has Sucre start hanging up laundry to block anyone from seeing Michael go inside the walls. And side note, I love Sucre, but it's hilarious. The sweatiest, most anxiety-riddled character was constantly being put on door duty.
The Ricans, we got genetically higher blood pressure, you know that? My cousin, he died from too much stress. I thought you said your cousin was moving in on your girl.
But as Michael's doing his walkthrough, everything's going as planned until a worker walks in for a smoke break. And this is where we make the distinction between great main characters and Michael fucking Schofield. Because straight out of a Spider-Man movie, he hides on the ceiling. My goat is handsome, smart, and has superpowers. No, but in all seriousness, I don't know how he got up there. The worker legit is in his line of sight, and Michael somehow climbs up to the ceiling before he can turn around. And he did it without making any noise to alert him. But after this close call, Michael goes back to his cell. And now he has the key for the warden's office, thanks to Abruzzi, so he can move in and out whenever he's building the Taj Mahal for the warden. And that's exactly what he does that night. But this time, he's doing a test run to see how fast it takes for the police to show up if an inmate were to escape, and he figures out the information he needed. But at the same time, he did just put the prison into a lockdown. So the guard checks out Michael in the room and sees that he's not in there. But by the time the warden and Bellick come to check, he's back in the room.
Hi, how are you?
All because he was able to sneak through the vent that they showed in the beginning of the episode.
This motherfucker don't miss.
What's going on?
No, he's fucking good. That motherfucker don't miss, man.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
People tend to hate on Bellick a lot in season 1, but after rewatching this show, I see where his frustrations stem from.
The warden's all set. I could kill you. All right, deputy, that's enough.
Imagine you develop this reputation as the big bad prison guard that everyone fears. Then all of a sudden, this dude shows up and you can't pinpoint what he's up to, but you just know he's up to no good. Then there's the fact that Michael's constantly rage baiting Bellick, just showering him with kindness in the face of disrespect.
Religious man, Schofield. Never really thought about it. Good, because the 10 commandments don't mean a box of piss in here. We got 2 commandments and 2 only. The first commandment is you got nothing coming. What's the second commandment? See commandment number 1. Gotcha. You talking out the side of your neck. Come again? I said, are you being a smart ass? Just trying to fly low, avoid the radar, boss. Do my time and get out. There's an enemy flying under my radar. Good to know.
Yeah!
And on top of all that, you constantly see him getting more girls than you, and he's a prisoner. I might start hating too. And to top it all off, Bellick lives with his mom. Yeah, I'm not hating on people that live with their parents.
That is true. I forgot he did so. That makes you even more of a cornball. That.
But it's just funny, you put on this big bravado prison guard hat and you still live with your mommy. So yeah, I just thought it was important to understand why Bellick hated Michael.
So he's better than you?
Yes.
And stacks more paper and gets more hoes than you, nigga?
Absolutely.
And this would have been a flawless victory if it wasn't for these two. The blackmailing they tried to do on the Warden didn't work the first time. So what do? They blackmail him some more. But this time, they show up in his house where his wife lived. So now, Michael's actually going to be transferred. And as he's walking to the bus, they show all the inmates he planned on breaking out with and his side piece just sadly looking on. But the funniest part is that if you watch season 2, Abruzzi isn't even mad about not breaking out. He just wants Fibonacci in the dirt. This man hates snitches, so much so that him and Michael successfully executed a plan to take the mafia out by giving out Fibonacci's fake address and setting them up. Then directly after, he's like, you know, you're actually gonna give me his real address, right? This man is insane. But just as Michael's about to be taken to the bus, the warden has a change of heart and reissues the motion.
No. There must be some kind of a mistake. This man filed a motion yesterday. He has a medical condition which precludes transfer. Sinusitis, right? Sinusitis. Take the prisoner back to his cell.
Now I know I glazed the hell out of Michael in this video, but if this isn't the clearest case of pretty privilege, then I don't know what is.
Sin City was
Nah, but seriously, shout out the warden for having the balls to do this. But you won't believe who was watching this all go down from the car. But I think it was at this point when the warden realized I already put my life in danger. Why not get my aura points up now? And just stared him down. But for as tough as that was, he was shaking in his boots because he immediately drives home to go check on his wife. And you just got this feeling his wife is about to be killed. But she's just sitting there on the porch reading a book. Even the warden was like, because he knows how dangerous these two are. And that was just one of the many close calls that went down in Fox River. But there was one moment in the show where even Michael himself could do nothing about. The group of inmates are working on the hole for their prison escape, and one of the guards is adamant about getting inside. So Lincoln, who's on watch duty, can't even stall him enough for Michael to get out the tunnel.
Hey, boss. What you doing out here, Link? Taking a break? I gotta check the status in there. It's all good? Then you won't mind me checking it out. What the hell's your problem, Con? Hey, step off, or you're going to shoot. Hey.
Bro, I can't believe I'm saying this, but where is Teabag when you need him?
John, you know actually about Jesus.
Oh!
Say hi to him for me, will you?
Because he legit was put in a similar situation where the guard asked him the name of the college a quarterback played for. And whether he didn't know at the time or was just stalling to the last minute, he names the college.
Hey, hold on, I just want to figure this out. It's driving me crazy. Ohio State. That's right, he was a Buckeye.
Lincoln, on the other hand, he didn't try to strike a conversation up or nothing. He just tried to body block him and tell him it's all good. He was already up to be put in the electric chair, and now he's punching prison guards. So now, this ruins the whole escape plan for Michael, and you know he's helpless when Teabag's rage bait starts getting to him.
That grown man, Michael, they can all decide for themselves. You son of a bitch.
And now the next day, because Lincoln wasn't able to leave his cell, he has to watch his brother be executed. Like, that's gotta be so hard to contemplate. Right behind that glass, your brother's about to be electrocuted to death, but just in the nick of time, a phone call comes in saying new evidence has come in, so they're going to delay Lincoln's execution.
Yeah, hit him with it one more time,
Oh, dab on them.
And if this isn't a sign to stay in touch with your high school girlfriend, even if she's married, then I don't know what is. Veronica Donovan, I don't care how reckless some of your decisions are in this season, you're a dog.
Puñeta!
Oh, we gotta do the breakout next,
Yeah,
man.
definitely gotta do the breakout.
But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Season 1 was lit, bro.
Yeah, season 1 had me in the chokehold, child.
And watching this made me want to actually go back and rewatch it, though, for sure.
Yeah. I just
Well, you just rewatched it.
recently, like last year. I think it was last year sometime.
Yeah. Y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts in the comments down below for us. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ Do Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and
We
C.
out.
Peace.
Ain't no time to kick it, gotta stack a flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my